How's it going out there? I hope everybody's doing super well. Well, I'm super excited to share this piece with you. It's been quite a long time, over a year in the making for this one here, and finally got to it. We're so busy just trying to produce and fill orders and stuff. It's really a challenge to focus on one piece, one big fancy art piece, but I'm super happy that we finally got this guy done. And this is number 2 of this particular design. Of course, this is unique, and we actually added a little bit more to this compared to the first design. You can see the first one on our YouTube channel as well. So if you look back or do a search, Contrabass Whale Drone Flute, you'll be able to find the first version of this. But I would say this one is definitely a step up from there. And this one also comes with this really cool stand. So first off, I just wanted to show you what this flute looks like on the stand itself. And so, you know, this is a unique stand. I'm going to take this off for 1 second. All that Abalone inlay, we'll get to that. But this is a very unique stand. This is a very special piece to me. This antler rack came from a mule deer, and it's a very unique looking antler rack. The way that the points are, these really special points that come off here. There's 3 here. And the neat part about this is that you can turn these. And yeah, of course, I could glue and fasten these or screw them tighter, because basically underneath this stand, there's a couple of inset screws that hold the antlers in place. But right now, the way that it is these can actually turn, so you can decide which way that you want the flute to sit. Because you could have it straight across and sit through here, or you could have it sit through this top one by turning it, see? And then letting it sit through here and here, across like this. The one that I am choosing right now is this upper antler, upper Y here, let's call it, and this lower Y, because that gives you that slanted look, and I feel like that makes a really nice display. Yes, this is a huge flute. This here is, I didn't measure it, but I'm guessing 46 to, yeah, could be 4 feet, 46, let's just say. And so, of course, you have to balance it appropriately. What I like to try to do is it's a little top heavy right here on this side. It more naturally would like to be here, but for aesthetic sake, I like to place it so that we're not interfering with this inlay here of this whale tail, you know, so the antlers is not in its way. So there you have it right there. That's a beautiful way that you can see all the artwork on here. It's displayed really nicely, and you get all 4 inlays that are just there on display. So really sweet rack. Another thing about this is made out of buckeye burl. And so what does that look like to you, this burl piece? It's got grays and blues into it. It's got this natural part here. It really, to me, looks like the ocean bottom. It looks like coral or the different formations you'd see at the bottom of an ocean. So again, that brings back in the water theme. And if this rack didn't look so perfect, I probably wouldn't have used it for a whale flute, you know, keep it all water theme. But it just worked so perfect, and it has such a really unique artistic look to it. So there we have it. Really beautiful setup there. Beautiful display piece. So you see that a little bit top heavy right there? Beautiful display piece right there. Okay, now we'll move on. Okay, so I've adjusted the camera so I can stand up and show you this. This is a pretty tough one to show you while sitting down. Again, here it is. Gorgeous. Of course, we're gonna have to start with close-up of looking at all this artwork. So first off, let's look at this angle here. You see the way the light's hitting that? The curl and figure in this walnut is stunning, absolutely stunning. Look at that curl going all the way clear through this grain. Always, first thing I've ever thought when I started getting into figured woods is it looks so water-like. Like when you move it around and the way that it shimmers, it's like the way that ripples in water, or when the light hits water and you can see different layers in there. That's what it reminds me of. Really, really beautiful piece. I would say that figured walnut is one of my all-time favorite woods to work with. And of course, I love it for many reasons, partly because I have a relationship with it. There's all that figure. Woo! I have a relationship with it because it grows near here, right? And so it's all sustainable. Gosh, we have to just do that a couple of times, don't we? Look at that. Look at that grain just shimmering in there. Such a beautiful piece. I will add that the finish just came out beautiful on this. The first one I did, it was really a struggle. I've changed finishes back and forth a few times. There's a few non-toxic low VOC finishes that I like to use, but the one I'm using now is one that I started with, and then I switched to another one, and it dried so fast that it was really tough to not have streaking, especially in burley or figured woods. So this one I got the finish on really, really nice. And I think we have 5 coats of this water-based poly finish on this flute here. And steel wool between each coat. Steel wool between each coat to make sure that you're doing it instead of sanding between coats like this. That could potentially cause streaking. So nice rub through in between each coats. Okay, and now we'll get into the inlay, starting with the whale tail sound blocks. See if I can get a nice picture without a lot of glare here. So beautiful though. And I don't know if you can tell, but this is a mixture of blue sand, and that's where that blue is coming into play. It really gives it this ocean theme. I'm actually gonna, well, let's see, is that a good angle? I'm trying to get it with no glare here. Look at that abalone. It just really shimmers. Wait till you see it in person. It is just so beautiful the way that it shimmers here. And this one here has a little bit more of that blue sand in there. Really, and you see these big pieces that have been inlaid in there, really just create some amazing shimmer. Really gorgeous. Okay, and then we did 3 inlays on the flute body itself. Here's a breaching whale. These are all different than the first one. I didn't copy the first one. I copied the idea, but I did all new images that I would look up and find a position that I would like. So this one, breaching whale with its fin out there. So beautiful. Look at that. Again, there's a little bit of that blue. Most all of that is all abalone inlay there, though, the whale is. And then we have this little turquoise eye, so you can really see the shape and what it is. And so here's the head coming up, bent like this. The back's arched with the fin coming out. And then we use, this is a mix between that sand. I like to use this blue sand as just a little fine filler sometimes, but this is actually howlite, dyed howlite. And the reason why I like that even better than turquoise in this case is that it has more white in it. So you know what happens to water that looks blue when it's flat, but when you create a splash, it creates that white look. So I really wanted to depict that, and I really think it come out really beautiful here. Again, look at that shimmer, that shine. Really sweet. Here's the next one. Have to watch the ceiling here. Do we got it? Yeah, look at that. The whale tail, the breaching whale tail. Really beautiful. Same story, just shining like nobody's business. That's between top 3 holes and the bottom 3 holes. Of course, there's the thumb hole on that. And here is, oh my gosh, I'm right by the ceiling now. Here is the bottom one. I really I'm going to hold it sideways so you can really see it here. This bottom breaching whale, and I really like the angle of which the splash came out this time. Instead of just going flat across, it's got this angle, gives it a really cool look. Again, just it almost looks like a solid piece. That's many pieces of abalone all laid in there together, but it really looks like a solid piece of abalone, almost like a full shell. Really cool. Again, with the eye, this is just mainly the head coming out of the water, getting ready to breach here. Really beautiful. Really, really happy with how it came out. I'm feeling a little Bob Ross vibes right now. What do you guys think? That's how I'm feeling right now. Happy little flute. Happy big flute. Happy big flute. Lovely blue howlite. Lovely abalone. Turquoise eyes. Such a gorgeous piece. So, what have we not mentioned? We've not mentioned the ebony. We don't use much ebony anymore. We're getting into mostly sustainable woods. Again, this piece is more than a year in the making. So we've had this as part of the theme. Looks amazing. Amazing. End caps on both ends. We need to have the back blown mouthpiece on this here. And this here is permanent. You cannot remove these. On the single flutes, we make it so these are removable, but there would be too many problems, etc., to get this in and out. And because it has to be joint here for no air leakage and stuff like that. And we also really have to put a nice seal here. As you can see right there, there's an epoxy seal all the way around because we want 0 air leaks. Okay. And then, of course, my favorite with these, this design, I love this whale tail sound block design. We have the chimney blocks on this one, of course, and that really helps to have it not overblow so easily for such a giant flute. Really, really awesome. And then anything else I want to say about that? I guess we can move on to the sound. This is here the key of D minor 432 hertz. That's our NAF minor scale. So bassy, so loud. I may file this right now. When I was first making it, this bottom, just the drone side, was really just solid and it almost didn't overblow at all. I actually prefer when it overblows a little. It kind of balances the sound out a little bit. And what do I mean by that? So when it overblows and you're playing the high notes, rather than having the bass note below, because the harder you blow on a flute, the sharper the note gets. And as you're playing the top notes on a flute, by nature, I tend to blow harder on that. So if it doesn't overblow, sometimes it'll blow the drone side a little bit sharp. So I actually like it when it overblows, but it has to have that kind of sweet spot to where it doesn't overblow too easily. So I think with just a slight pull back on this one, anybody who likes it to stay without overblowing would have no problem with that. Oh man, I just could look at this all day. I love that figure. Happy little figure. Okay, I think it's time to play it. I'll play it without effects. It has, I'm impressed with the volume that it has for such a big flute. This is absolutely the largest flute I make. Again, it's D 432 hertz. So D 440 is typically the lowest I go, but 432 is even lower than that. Really amazing sound here. I think it's really cool how you cannot see my face when I'm playing this flute. that's without effects. Okay, here we go.